Good morning, all. This is Jack from Charting the Markets, and this is the pre-market webinar for the morning of Monday, the 6th of April. My disclaimer: it is for educational purposes only. I'm here to share my technical analysis with you. I hope you can take some of what I'm doing and learn from it, transfer it to your own charts, and I'm not here to shoot trading signals. This is a video for paying subscribers at chartingthemarkets.substack.com, and it's published on YouTube after a delay of 24 hours. All right, great. Let's have a look at the markets overnight. Initially, we started down because it's pretty obvious there are no negotiations on the Iran war, that it's likely to escalate this week. Lots of blood-curdling threats from Trump, and every intention, I suspect, to carry them out. So it looks as though the war is going to be intensifying tomorrow. Oil prices are going to likely head up through the roof over the coming weeks, and equity prices are not likely to do well at all. Why is the market currently up anyway and oil flat? I think people are just thinking that maybe it won't happen. But I think most likely, it will happen. I don't think there are any talks. I don't think there's any plan. I think the war will expand just because no one can think of an obvious way for it not to expand. So it's really as simple as that. So we shall see how that goes. But in terms of where SPX is likely to be within weeks, then we've got targets in about the 6100 area, and I'm expecting to see it there. We shall see how that goes. Right. In the meantime, we have this decline here. We've pretty much come back and retested this high. I am wondering whether this is a double top. On NQ, we've come back and retested the high. I'm wondering if this is a double top. On RTY, pretty close to a retest of the high, not quite there. A little large for a double top, but not unduly so. OIM, I'm wondering about a double top forming here too. We shall see. No current sell signals or divergences worth the mention. We will see how this develops. Does this look like a bear flag on DAX? Yes. Does it look like a bear flag on ESTX? Yes. Does it look like a bear flag on Nikkei? Yes. We shall see how that goes. But really, I'm leaning pretty strongly towards the downside. At least, if there's something that will suggest that the market won't be going down over coming weeks, it's not currently particularly obvious. We shall see. In the short term, we have been holding the daily middle band as resistance on ES. We've been holding the daily middle band as resistance on the Qs, and of course, we've still got an open double top target, which is in the 6042 to 6121 range. On the Qs, we have been, we never quite made it back up to the daily middle band, but that's the obvious resistance above. No current divergence. We have a large double top, which is broken down with a target in the 523 to 524 area. Looking at Dia, we fairly aggressively tested the daily middle band. We'd been holding up better on Dia and IWM than the others, so these were the ones where I thought it might break back over the daily middle. Dia didn't manage that, basically closing on it on both Wednesday and Thursday. And we've got a head and shoulders, which is broken down with a target in the 447 area. And really, I was talking about the possibility that we might form a head and shoulders here, and we got one. I haven't marked it in, but this is a nice looking head and shoulders. If we see a sustained break down below this trend line here in the 450 area, I'd be looking for a target in about the 397 area, although that's not a match with any of the other patterns here. It's bigger and wouldn't make target with those, I don't think. Is it within the range of what we might see in the next few weeks? Yeah, I'm thinking really these big rising wedges from the April lows, I'm thinking we might actually retrace all of them. This is not good for business. This is not good for the markets. It is not good for anything. All right, let's have a look at IWM. We broke back over the daily middle band and closed above it on Wednesday and Thursday. This is now support and would need to be broken. So on the way back down, we've got a head and shoulders here, which is broken down with a target in the 216 area, and there is no threat to that at the moment. We've not got close to invalidating that. Looking at DAX, kind of looks like a bear flag at the moment, testing but not broken back over the daily middle band with any force. Did we close below it? Basically closed on it. Nikkei has been testing the daily middle band as well, not broken above it. We have got a buy signal here, but in a strong trend. We've got a head and shoulders, which is broken down with a target in the 43.2k area. Can we go down and make that without necessarily invalidating the buy signal? Yes. Have I seen that happen before? Yes. In a strong trend, that sort of thing happens quite a lot, actually. All right, so we'll see. Okay, let's have a look at DX. DX, we are at a point of decision here. We're waiting for a move from the market, but if the Iran war is going to intensify, well, I'm thinking this is going to continue higher. Now, I'm still wondering about that possible retest of the high in the 114.7 area. Looking at the other currencies, not an awful lot to see. USD JPY leaning towards seeing higher, which would be a fit with the dollar going up. USD CAD has been breaking up, and this looks like a bull flag forming. Australian dollar, big head and shoulders broken down. None of this is a bad fit with the dollar going up. On ZB, we've still got some open buy signals on the daily chart. They might not play out, and I've got to say, whenever the war has intensified so far, then bonds have gone down. They may well do the same again here, but the signals are suggesting we might see some more upside. On ZN, not as nice a setup as the one on ZB. We've got a nice clear double bottom that's broken up and it hasn't made target yet. We'll see whether that's going to manage it. On coil, Brent has obviously gone over the 9th of April, 9th of May high. CL is basically up there as well now. Yes, that's got over the 9th of May now here too. 60-minute sell signal fixed. I'm not reading too much into that. I'm really not seeing any good news on the war or on oil. It may be that some will develop, but at the moment I don't see anything. HO making new highs, gasoline making new highs. I'm posting a chart here on the chart of today. Today showing that actually we've now gas is now at higher prices than it's been since the start of 2023. NG, I was noticing on the bigger picture yesterday that there's really no sign at all that the war's having an impact on natural gas prices here. So I'm leaning to a bit further down, really. GC, we've got that very nice looking flag on the big picture, and we've got a nice looking flag on silver as well. I'm thinking then in the next phase of the war, we may well actually find these start responding as flight to safety, which they weren't doing before. Palladium, though, could this be an IHS? Yes. Silver, could this be an IHS? Yes. I haven't drawn them in as these now, but I am wondering if these are. Could this be an IHS on palladium? On platinum? Yes. So any more upside, and I'm going to start redrawing these. All right, looking at KC. KC still looks like a bear flag forming. Sugar, we're seeing a bit of a retracement here. Not seeing any suggestion this is more than a retracement at the moment. On CC, I'm still leaning towards this being a bearish flag or a triangle forming. If it is a flag, then we're owed a higher high over 3,500 on CT. CT, we are back at the highs. I'm thinking CT and wheat and corn would be big beneficiaries of the Strait of Hormuz continuing to be closed. On lumber, I'm wondering about a resumption of the downtrend. On wheat and corn, these look like bullish consolidations. Soy, I'm thinking maybe forming an IHS right shoulder on the bigger picture, in which case the best bet would be a move down here into about the 1117 to 1121 area to make the right shoulder low. In terms of ZL, pretty close to a high retest and wondering if it's going to do that next. HE is breaking higher. Lean hogs, this looks like a bull flag, but obviously at this stage we're going to need to see some upside. We might see a low retest first. Right, great. In that case, well, no questions. I think that's a wrap. Everyone take care, and I will catch you guys tomorrow morning. All right, cheers.